Hey, what's up everyone? It's me. I'm gonna answer questions. I got quite a few on the video, the Q&A requesting questions video thing, and I'm looking forward to answering what you guys said. And yeah, so Ichabod is right there. He's just right over here chilling with his keyblade as he does all fucking day, non-stop. And yeah, he's got some questions to answer to. You guys gave him some questions, and that should be pretty fun. And let me just get the questions up. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm just jump right. Here's David. All right, David Rowe says, first of all, that sweater is. It is. You know what? You're right. It is. I'm fucking. Okay, cool. Everything feels better now. So let's just get to what your actual question is. I think it's a pine cone one. It was like, okay, what is your favorite kind of pine cone? My favorite kind of pine cone would be the western hemlock species. I think this particular pine cone, there's something really peculiar about the way it expands as it grows, and it has a pretty pristine curvature to it too. I think it's quite a dazzling aspect of nature. One of nature's finest, I would say. Anyway, next up, let's go with, okay, My Name Is My Name says, was wondering, who is your favorite metal hardcore band and why? It's gotta be Kanye West. I think that's one of my favorite death metal bands. Really, honestly though, I would say, I guess, Dillinger Escape Plan. And to be fair, I've not really dived too deep into, like, the classics of, you know, metal, death metal, hardcore, post-hardcore. I do really like Gorguts. But Dillinger Escape Plan, I think, would be the one that I guess I have the most of a personal attachment to so far from what I have listened to. Leviathan are also pretty sweet. There's black metal, though. I mean, yeah, metal hardcore, I guess, you know, there's not really any facet of that, you know, genre. I'm a sucker for Title Fight as post-hardcore, if you want to count that. Gospel as well. Love that album, The Moon is a Dead World. That is a near 10, honestly. But yeah, next, you have a few questions, actually. Artists you want to get into but can't. Shushu. I feel like I really should like Shoot. Okay, the best Shushu album I've heard so far is Dear God, I Hate Myself, I think it was called. That was actually pretty sweet, but yeah, I wasn't really feeling that last one they did, Forget. I didn't like that at all. I thought it was pretty fucking bad. But yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe I need to dive more into Shushu. Tune Yards, I want to like Tune Yards more than I do. Meryl Garbus' voice just doesn't really do it for me like that. Ort and Talking Heads as well, but you know, yeah, I mean, or it's the vocals. With Talking Heads, it is more than just the vocals, but that is one thing. Pixies, I'm not huge on Pixies. I've listened to 2 Pixies albums. Don't really see what makes them all that special. Fleetwood Mac, I think, are really boring. Jawbreaker, I want to like Jawbreaker more, because I think they got some pretty exciting instrumentation, but again, vocally and lyrically, they don't really stir much for me. Galaxy 500 are shit. Don't like them. Descendants kind of suck too, in my opinion, as well. Yeah, those are artists I think I want to like more than I do, because people really like them, but I'm not personally into them like that. And favorite singer-songwriter, Julia Holter, October 26th. If you can just fucking hurry up now, please, that would be just the best. Alright, we got a few from Amy. When are you going to delete your channel? I'll probably delete my channel when Talking Heads drop an album that's higher than a which has never happened, obviously. And they're not really doing much right now, so sorry, Amy, bad news. You have a few, though. Do you regret not telling the truth about your opinion on 21 Pilots? Oh, fuck, you got me. Alright, yeah. It's out, guys. I lied about Trench. I was not telling the truth. That's all. You got Amy. Yeah, it's true. I gave it a 5, but if I'm being honest, Trench is a 3. Stop reviewing albums. You can stop reviewing albums. I'm joking. Do not do that. After your Romanian light take, no one trusts you. The question mark. Yeah. I mean, look. Okay. I think the true woke boys know. Romanian light ain't all that. Shout out to David Rowe. Like, what's your favorite animal? Giraffes, dude. I fucking love giraffes. I am so amazed at the fact that giraffes exist. Imagine being a giraffe. Imagine looking down and you're a fucking giraffe. You got this long ass neck. You got no arms. You're just dude. Giraffes are the go. To be fair, Amy, you do make like sea turtles are pretty good. And I also love cats. I really love cats, especially cats that talk and are named Chris. Next question is from Josh. It's a fire hoodie. Yeah, it's a fire hoodie. And thoughts on plugs and sockets. Plugs have inspired me since I came out the fucking womb. Okay, they've always been there for me, providing for me, giving me power, energy, electricity, access to use technology and the internet, and allowing me to make these videos. And it means the world. Plugs, I will always be in debt to plugs. It's all because of the plugs coming through. The plugs always come through, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And plugs themselves are the ultimate plug at the end of the day. And sockets Sockets killed my family. Blah blah, Sigrid, authenticity, blah blah. Dude, shut the fuck. Okay, no, I'm not answering, dude. God damn it, dude. This is my dad. Oh my god, Dad, fuck you. Why are your obsession with Sigrid is not special? Obviously, she has no real rivals, and in your opinion, is there anyone that's slightly Shut up, okay? No. You can name 90% of musicians, and it would be a valid answer, because there's nothing, she's the most by-the-numbers, uninteresting pop artist in the game, bro. Wait, what is... The obsession with Sigrid, oh my god. Jack asks, rank the game over versus. Okay, Giggs is the worst, then Chip, then Tinchy Strider, then Devlin, then Professor Green, then Example, and at the top, it's obviously Tiny Temper. Dude, Tiny Temper, Ishi distorted that bass. Man grew up on Aurora State. You kidding me? And I fucking love the bit where he's like, put a fucking man in the play. Dude, Tiny Temper's verse is amazing. Okay, honestly, okay, you know what? I'm going to use this opportunity to request, could everyone please go to Rate Your Music and give Game Over a perfect 5 out of 5? Even if you've never heard the song, you don't have to like the song. Just for me personally, I would just super highly appreciate if you could just give it a 5 out of 5. Just go to Rate Your Music, drop a 5 stars on it. That would just mean the world to me. Yeah, the song is a 5. It's objectively a 5 out of 5 anyway, so... But yeah, if you could do that, that would mean a lot. Lamar, what's up, my G? You have a few questions. What is your favorite song you have ever made? It's probably the hold music from the XXXTentacion interview. Honestly, it's probably End of the Spaces or New Taurus. Top 3 memes. My favorite memes are probably the ones that are all like... Least favorite ice cream flavor? I don't know, I mean, I like all of the default ones, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say, I guess, bubblegum. You know, you ever had the bubblegum ice cream? That's just terrible. Okay, yeah, I'll go with that one. Liam asks, why did you start your channel in the first place, and who were your influences? Love you, dude. I love you, Liam. Leave me the goat. I fucking love you. You're just happy. You're just walking sunshine. It's brilliant. But yeah, okay, why did I start in the first place? Okay, this is gonna be long. Fucking hell. All right, in the first place. At the very, very beginning, I started my channel because of Tobuscus, Toby Turner. I was just obsessed with his gaming channel and the idea, the idea of Let's Plays and people playing a game and talking over it and just like providing commentary. I thought that just seemed like so fun, and I just fucked around and played Fallout New Vegas, which is one of the greatest games of all fucking time. I was just with my brother, we were playing Fallout New Vegas. He was recording it with his phone, like with like a fucking shitty camera, and we were just talking whatever the fuck was on our mind. I was like 11 at the time, and I just thought that was fun. And then eventually I kind of realized that this has barely any integrity to it. There are a million gaming channels just like this. How about I actually try to offer something instead? And then I came across Angry Joe, who had a really brilliant slew of reviews that I just watched endlessly. I thought his reviews were just so insightful and entertaining, and the way he talked about it just ignited my love for games in a really interesting and exciting way that I didn't really get from talking to people. So I was like, I need to use YouTube as an outlet to just give my opinions on shit, because like it just ignited me so much when I would watch Angry Joe. It really, and Total Biscuit as well. In regards to influences on YouTube, Total Biscuit is a huge one. Rest in peace. That was a crushing loss, because I think he's one of the greatest critics to ever live. Yeah, like talking to my friends about video games was cool, but I feel like they didn't really see it in the same way I did, and it didn't really fulfill me much, so I just thought YouTube would be a great way to express all my thoughts on everything. And then how do we get to music? Like, I was always intensely passionate about all the music I was into, and I've had many different phases, as you do, like Linkin Park phase, you know, we had a grime phase with N-Dubs, and we had a EDM phase with Avicii, and then Green Day, Blink-182, Chipmunk, Tiny Temper. Like, these are all phases, like fucking Eminem as well, Kanye West, of course, with Graduation. And then, like, I would make friends who were into Panic at the Disco, and that would bring back my love for Linkin Park. And then I'd make a friend who was into Eminem, and that would put me on to Kendrick Lamar, and I would just kind of slowly, gradually find new artists as I was growing up and, you know, meeting people. And yeah, just the more it happened, the more I was like, man, I really intensely adore all these artists. And I just like, there came a point where I was like, I just want to find everything. And then I wanted to look up, and I think it was one day I was looking up like reviews for Living Things by Linkin Park, Just wanted to see if anyone else felt the same way, and I came across ARTV, of all people, and then I subscribed to him. He was the first critic I ever watched on YouTube. I discovered him before I discovered Fantano or anything like that, because he loved Linkin Park, you know, and I was like, holy shit, I like this guy, he seems cool, you know, he likes Linkin Park like I do, and then I subscribed to his channel, and he put me on to loads of other artists, like Churches was one at the time that he put me onto that I thought was really cool, and I still really like the Churches debut. Yeah, he just kind of slowly got me into loads of cool shit, and then eventually got to the point where I was just like, man, okay, I need to just expand. Like I just ended up, because it was 2013 at the time, I just looked up, it was the end of the year, I looked up like best albums of 2013. I just went through all the year-end lists of all the publications and just started taking notes of just all the ones that looked appealing, like, you know, fucking Vampire Weekend was on there, Settle by Disclosure, shit like that. Just taking all the notes of the ones I haven't heard. I spent like the next couple weeks just going through all of the 2013 best albums, and I just kept wanting to learn more. Like I was just like, fucking hell. And eventually, through all the music discovery, I come across Fantano. He put me onto Swans and Death Grips, and when I would watch Fantano, something about the way he articulated himself and the way he would view the artistic intent of the album and genuinely see like a beauty in it was something I didn't get from ARTV as much, and I thought that was really inspiring. And that is kind of what made me want to make reviews of my own in a way. So yeah, I started incorporating the music reviews with the gaming channel, because I still had a gaming channel at the time, but then eventually I was just like, you know what? I love music significantly more, so fuck it, I'm gonna just go full music, and the rest is history. Now I am me here, 1,000 subscribers. Whoa. Future plan for vale-smith. Thank you for asking, Ryan. I was thinking of going in a more ASMR, racy kind of direction, you know? I don't know if you saw the most recent, but oh, you did. Okay, never mind then. You know. Yeah, next question. Okay, actually, okay, for real, my actual future plan for vale-smith. Gonna drop an album in like June next year, and I'm currently just buying loads of plugins and upgrading all my equipment to make it sound as pristine as possible, to just, you know, have my arsenal be as wide as it can. And I'm feeling really hopeful, because I have like a title and an idea for how it's gonna sound in mind, and I am fucking super excited. I think I'm probably gonna start working on it in like February. I'm just gonna, just in the time between now and February, just gonna keep like buying just new instruments and VSTs and stuff, and just start learning and just like toying around with sound design. I might take a few courses online on Udemy on just like sound design and shit, because I just want to be able to do as much as possible, and before I start working on this. But yeah, I'm really confident about it though. S. Divan asks, thoughts on Sweetener by Ariana Grande? It's good. I like Sweetener by Ariana Grande. I love the song. It's successful. I love Successful. It's a surprise. That one, right? Yeah, I love that song. Title track is also pretty good. God is a Woman as well. Blazed. Pretty decent, man. Fucking bangers, dude. Pretty charismatic and bouncy pop album. It's got some filler, for sure. Some pretty weak, you know, writing. You know, it's pop, I guess. You know, it's to be expected. But yeah, a lot of filler though. Tracks I don't really care for. Some obnoxious hooks here and there. And the Pharrell production style does get a bit, you know, redundant, I think, by the end. But yeah, overall, it's good. I'd give it like a 6. Fucking Joe. Oh, man, here we go. What is your opinion on Glass Swords in 2018? Fuck you! No, you can't do that. You know you can't do that. That's why you asked it, because you know I can't do that. You know how much this album fucking means to me? Glass Swords is one of the most essential albums to who I am today, honestly. Because, okay, for one, basically me and this Joe guy, he's a good friend of mine, and we used to bang the fuck out of Glass Swords. For a while, crazy back in the day. It was pretty sick. Honestly, this album is one of the biggest determining factors of my taste today, and it's a big part of the reason I make music as well. So, it's like this album just inspired the shit. I have played this album an ungodly amount of times in my life. If I had Lastfm, if I had my Lastfm account for my whole life, this would be like so high. It's like Jesus Christ. But yeah, I can't do that. You can't just remove. Like, you're asking me to review it like objectively, like getting rid of all the personal connection. You can't do that, because whatever you consider to be objectively good is still subjective. It's still a subjective viewpoint, so you can't really do that. So I'm not really too sure how to answer this outside of saying, yeah, it's fucking awesome and I love it. I'd give it a 9. I don't give a shit. I think Glass Swords is brilliant. But yeah, next up I have Mr. Big Weenie. Favorite Aphex Twin album, EP, and song. Album would be Richard E. James, another very hugely important album to me, in regards to music production and electronic music and discovery and just like shaping my taste and all that. That's a big one too. Come to Daddy would be my favorite EP, and then my favorite song. It's between To Cure a Weakling Child, Mount St. Michael plus St. Michael Mountain, you know, the one after April 14th. On drugs and or drug use or whatever. I don't fucking know. Alberto Balsam as well is a lovely song, and I want to say Rhubarb too, the third track from Soul Volume 2. Can Peter Piper really pick a pepper? Fuck no. Peter Piper ain't shit. He's out here saying pick a... Nah, he's been bullshitting this whole time. Peter Piper's a fraud. It's all about the fucking Muffin Man, dude. The Muffin Man is the GOAT. He's out here providing muffins for his people. You don't even know the Muffin Man. You know the Muffin Man? You don't know. You see, he doesn't even need the recognition. He's out here just making muffins, doing his thing, and Peter Piper's over here like nah, he's a fraud. Fuck Peter Piper. Niels has a few questions. Thoughts on Eurovision? And you're a big Eurovision fan. Cool. I used to really enjoy watching that, actually. I don't really keep up with it these days, but Eurovision's good fun. I would always remember just watching it when I was younger, and the UK would always come like near the bottom. we were terrible. We were not even close to winning ever from my memories of watching it. But yeah, Eurovision's good fun, man. Yeah, it's cool. No problems with Eurovision. Why do you dislike country music? Announcement, guys. I actually do like country music now. What? Lucinda Williams and Courtney Marie Andrews have shown me the light. I used to just not enjoy the core fundamentals of country, like the writing. I would think it's a bit basic and just not all that engaging, and the instrumentations would be quite samey a lot of the time, and it would come off a bit melodramatic. I mean, the vocal performances may not really have much weight to them, in my opinion. But with Courtney Marie Andrews, I found so much charm in that album. I thought there was so much personality to it. I thought it took those fundamentals and sort of flipped them in a really, exciting context. It was really honest and modest too. But yeah, I've not really dived into it a huge amount, I guess. I've just heard albums over the years that people have said are critically acclaimed, like Sturgill Simpson, and I was just like, I don't really enjoy this. I just kind of came to the conclusion eventually, like, country just wasn't my thing. But I really quite enjoyed my time with that latest Courtney Marie Andrews. I thought it was really nice. So yeah, overall, I'm coming around. An album underrated by a lot of people, Hurry Up, We're Dreaming, is fucking brilliant. Don't care. I love that album so much. 9 out of 10. That album was also quite easily the biggest inspiration for me for my album, All for a Cascade. Yeah, like Hurry Up By Dreaming is one of the most beautiful albums I've ever listened to. I think that album's so gorgeous. And yeah, it's a special one for me. But yeah, people don't like it for whatever. I think because it's quite glossy and kind of cheesy, but I'm all about that shit, So yeah, anyway, next up. Harry, any genres you've never liked? I really hate black gaze. Never been a fan of black gaze. I can't understand how people can get behind black. Like, it's just so stale and uninteresting and cheesy. All fucking black gaze music is just so boring. Like, honestly, ridiculous that people think black gaze is like a good, like, beautiful. Yeah, like, it's just so flat and corny. Never enjoyed a single black gaze album in my life, honestly. Nick Moss goes, top 5 rappers other than Dylan, and what? You can't ask that. I'm supposed to pick a top 5, but I can't pick Dylan. What? That's not fair. How am I supposed to pick one if I can't even pick Dylan? That's fucking stupid. Top 5. Okay, I guess I'd go with top 5 rappers for real. I'd go with MF Doom, Mr. Incredible, Kendrick Lamar, Claptrap, Lupe Fiasco, Common, and Tom Riddle. Those are my top 5. Chris Siago, G-Funk is forever. Fucking hell yeah it is. Shout out to Bad Trip. You getting that Resident Evil 2 remake? I'm definitely getting that. That looks fucking wonderful, mate. Steak or lamb chop? I would say I would prefer steak of those two, personally. I think steak is more succulent and satisfying to me personally. But yeah, but both I can enjoy both, I guess. Yeah, steak I guess would be my preferred. Yeah, what else we got? Stuck on an Island for a Year. What 3 albums are you taking? American Football, definitely gotta pick that one, obviously. Mad Villainy, and I'd say Have You in My Wilderness. I want to say, part of me wants to say Death Consciousness, but or Disintegration. But if we're being real though, I would probably not have more fun with those albums. Like, you're stuck on a year with like, that's gonna fuck you up. No, that's a bad idea. The Information. Hey, The Information. You know, I'm gonna use this opportunity to say, The Information, he's got a really sweet channel. I actually really enjoy his reviews. He's reviewed some pretty interesting albums that I did not know about until I saw his review, and I think he words himself really well. Go check out his channel. Highly recommend it. It's pretty solid. He's got some good reviews on there. Shout out to The Information. You're doing your thing. Yeah, go subscribe. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you go check him out. He's pretty cool. So yeah, shout out to you, The Information. You've been a consistent commenter, and I appreciate you. Your question is any guilty pleasure albums. And if you do abide by the whole idea of, okay, to be fair, I don't really. I'm not really into the idea of guilty pleasure albums like that. I don't think you should feel bad for liking something. But that being said, Calvin Harris's We Found Love is excellent. And you know what? Blink-182, I'll throw in Blink-182 as well, I guess. The self-titled is so good. It's like actually sick. I was listening to it like this morning, and fuck me, feeling this is such a great, dude. I got so many memories. Okay, to be fair, maybe it is coming from a biased place, but it was so good. I was enjoying it so much. Yeah, I guess my answer would be the closest I have to a guilty pleasure would be Blink-182's Blink-182. I always call them Blink-182. I always called them that one for some reason. But yeah, Blink-182's self-titled and yeah, We Found Love by Calvin Harris. What are your thoughts on pine cones? Polls, I can't live without pine cones. A world without pine cones is one I would never want to endure. I would not put that on my worst enemy. Pine cones are an essential part of our living environment. I love pine cones dearly. 10 out of 10. Liam Hopkins. Oh yeah, shout out to Lil Pinecone. There's a rapper named Lil Pinecone. Liam Hopkins says, where did the name Buffalo Staple come from? I had a notepad back in 2015, and I had a page dedicated to words I thought sounded really cool. It had words like cacophony and icicle, just words that I thought sounded pretty nice. And Buffalo and Staple ended up making this page. And I was just scrolling through it in my brain, just reading the words to myself, like, and then eventually I just kind of went Buffalo Staple, and I was just like, whoa, that sounds really cool. And no one else would have that name, you know, no one else would have the name Buffalo Staple. Like, if you type in Buffalo Staple, you wouldn't get anyone, like, no one else has taken that, like, shortly. So I just ran with it, and I just think it sounds fucking cool. It's just so weird too. So yeah, that's where it came from. I was just writing down words I thought sounded nice, and I ended up just saying those two in that particular order. I just thought it worked real nice. Buffalo Staple. I just thought it just rolled off real nice. But yeah, thank you for your question, Liam. You're the man. I appreciate all your support. You know, you're cool as fuck. And yeah, next up I have Joseph Baxter. Do you have Lastfm? Hell yeah, I do. And if you think you can top me in dialect scrobbles, you are dead. I'm telling you. Luke Herring, the best Warp Records artist. I would have to go with. What did I call him again? What did I call him again in the fucking Age of review? I gave him like a fucked name in the Age of review. One of Tricks Point Never is the answer, but I gave him like a weird like fucked like alternate name. And I wish I could remember what I said. Hello, it's me, Buffalo. I totally forgot to answer like 4 of the questions. I was just editing the Q&A, gathering the screen caps of the comments and all that, so I could use them in the video. And I just noticed there were a few that I totally glossed over somehow, and I'm just gonna answer them now because I just felt bad about leaving them out, so here we are. First up, there's Brad's question. He asked me through Twitter. He asked, if he were to buy me a ticket to come and see him, would I be willing to film a full budget screening of Call Me By Your Name with him? Now, to be honest, Brad, I'm not entirely sure what it is you're asking here. Are you saying we're gonna film, like recreate the movie? Or are you saying you said film a full budget screen, we're gonna go see the movie? Because a screening is like a showing of the movie. Are we filming the screening? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but either way, it's 1000% yes. Love the dialect jumper. Thank you very much, Noah. I appreciate you. You're really cool. And you asked if there was one artist band that you could have a drink with, who would it be? I think it was. Probably go with Kimbra. I think I get along really well with Kimbra. We had Ushin Coleman. He asked, do you hate it when I call you Butt Staple? Honestly, dude, when you call me Butt Staple, I don't really hate it. I don't really like laughing at it. I'm just kind of like, okay, so the joke is it's butt and not buffalo, okay? Cool. Yeah, feel free to call me Butt Staple if you really want to. If that's what your heart desires, feel free. I've no problems with it. It's wonderful. What else did you ask? Tyler or Earl? Earl I much prefer in regards to the music that they both create. You know, I Don't Like Shouting and Go Outside is kind of one of my favorite rap albums of the decade. Tyler, I love Flower Boy, really love Flower Boy, but yeah, he's got a pretty inconsistent discography, I think. Cherry Bomb in particular being quite garbage. Yeah, Earl's got Doris, I love Doris, and he's got I Don't Like Shit, and I fucking love that album. So yeah, Earl wins it. Since you love Meteora so much in your reaction, are there any other normie albums? Yeah, Pretty Odd by Panic at the Disco is pretty good, and Blink-182 self-titled. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, like that kind of scene. Yeah, I guess those. And you also asked if I have Rate Your Music, which I do. Someone actually linked it to you in the replies, so thank you, guy who linked it. Okay, final question, is Buffalo Bob a canon ship? I didn't really know exactly what this meant, so I just made this. And the answer is yes. Buffalo Bob is now a canon ship. It's a ship made out of, Yeah, I'm fucking stupid. Anyway, so yeah, now we can move on to the Ichabod part of the Q&A. Enjoy. Okay, let me move on to the Ichabod questions. Ichabod, what's up, bro? It's Q&A time. You got questions, my guy. I'm gonna read you some questions.
Sure,
and
no
you ready?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, okay. Opinions on, this is from Lamar. Opinions on shadows.
Shadows.
Yeah, no, they're cool. Except for like, you know, when they rise up from the ground and attack you and attempt to rid the entire world of light and heart. And that's a bit of shit. And you got to fight them off with a keyblade. It's just Ichabod, chill. You're going on a tangent a little bit. You want to bring it back?
Okay. I mean, they're cool. 6 out of 10.
Cool. Opinions on Kanye West?
I love Kanye West. He's the best drummer of all time, by far. My favorite artist in psych rock, honestly. I think his album A Love Supreme is one of the greatest of all time. Really changed my life, honestly. I feel like a 3 out of 10.
I agree. Opinions on anime?
Yeah, I like anime. I think he's a really good rapper. I think he's one of the better ones, better contemporary rappers. He's quite eclectic, you know. He's not like everyone else. You know, he's accessible, but he's different. I enjoy his music.
It's anime. Like cartoon, like Japanese animation.
Anime is cool. Fairly Odd Parents would be my favorite. You know, really great lead cast in Fairly Odd Parents. You know, I love the main characters: Monica, Chandler, Ross, Joey. Just so really charming lead cast. And that theme song. Oh, the theme song. Yes, love the theme song. Great theme song. Yeah, one of my favorite. I think more anime needs to go in that direction, honestly. But yeah, overall, I'd give anime a strong Spike Spiegel out of Faye Valentine.
Cool. That's a good score. Fair enough. What's your opinion on Jaden Smith's
wokeness? Jaden Smith, I think it's really impressive. Jaden Smith's wokeness. I think because if you watch The Karate Kid, if you pay close attention, you will notice that Jaden Smith is awake for most of that film. His wokeness is really strong. So yeah, I mean he's conscious like for most of the movie. So yeah, props to Jaden Smith. He's really grinding, man. So I'm feeling a 7 out of 10 on Jaden Smith's wokeness.
I absolutely agree. And finally, your opinion on A4 paper?
Oh, A4 paper killed my family when I was 5. I'll never forgive it. 8 out of 10.
Okay, fair enough. 9.
Oh, okay.
Same. Chris also compliments your shades. He said, dank shades, yo. You have got some nice shades, according to Chris.
Thank you, Chris Siago, kind sir. I appreciate the compliment, bro. Have a good day. Cool.
All right, wonderful. What are your 5 favorite albums of all time?
Oh man, come on, my favorite of all time. That's too hard.
Yeah, your personal favorite.
Like the ones that have hit the hardest for me. The ones that
mean the most to
me. Exactly. Emotionally resonant. Yeah, okay. Like the top 5 all time. My personal favorites ever of all time. The greatest. Okay, well, easily Wilco Schmilko. Easily Bowers AA. Those are definitely in there. Merzbow Pulse Demon. I'd say Green Day's Warning. And lastly, let's go with Gucci Mane's El Gato, the Human Glacier. Those are my top 5.
That was not predictable. Do you have a haiku on why Hobson's the greatest rapper of all time?
Hobson haiku. Okay. Okay. Invented college. Then what? He just skipped college? Wokest in the game. Next
Fair enough. Yeah, do you ever compare Keyblades with Anti-Liam?
Well, no, I don't, because I don't want Anti-Liam to, you know, fucking die, because, like, if he ever would have attempted to compare his Keyblade with this masterpiece, like, the level of superiority that I would obtain in that moment is completely unfathomable for someone like Anti-Liam. Like, I'm just saying, like, not just anyone can craft such brilliance, okay? Like, yeah, he'd probably just spontaneously combust and disintegrate right then and there. So I don't compare at all. But that's only because I'm looking out for Liam, you know, because he would probably die. So, and, you know, I like Liam. He's cool. I like Anti-Liam. He's my friend, so I'm just looking out for him at the end of the day, really. So, no, I don't.
Alright, whatever. Fucking pesto or marmalade?
Pesto or marmalade. I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna say marmalade because Buffalo over here. I end up having marmalade a lot more because Buffalo, he doesn't really get on with pesto. He doesn't really like the scent of pesto, the smell. Puts him off quite a lot. So just out of respect for Buff over here, I just...
Oh, well, that's quite thoughtful of you.
I go with marmalade more often than not, just to make things a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's quite thoughtful.
Yeah, I'm totally kidding. Fuck Buffalo. Pesto all the way. How the fuck do you dislike pesto?
When are you going to ditch me. You are holding me back quite a lot, so I'm probably gonna ditch you. Let's see, in like 4 seconds. Okay. All right. Last question. Why is pizza the most? He's gone. Okay. That's the Q&A. Bye.